Good afternoon, we are back once again with another weekly top 10 specials vid. Just addressing the elephant in the room, things are going to be a little bit slow due to the riots and the continued violence that is happening in South Africa. I do also encourage you, if possible, to give food to those who are in need. I can only imagine what it's doing to the poor and to the people that don't have already. It must be just making it that much worse. Anyway, moving into the top 10, starting off with an honorable mention. There is a special going on with MSI at the moment. They do have a winter sale. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. MSI has set up a really convenient little microsite here where you can see exactly what you'll get for what you purchase. It's as simple as checking which products qualify over here, combos between PC cases and motherboards, etc. But you can then choose from the drop down list. So for instance, if I take the Ace and then I take the 280R, and I can see exactly how much I will be getting for my purchase. But starting off with the top 10, at number 10, I had to throw in the Hermes E3. These are normally about 800 bucks, so to see the 700 rand is really welcoming. There's a review from your boy once again, but this is a 61%, so it doesn't have arrow keys and it's got the bare minimum. They have a clever little setup here where you can switch the WASD into arrow key mode as well, so you kind of do still have them function keys to do everything you need. Well, everything the keyboard can do is on board as well, and it's 550 grams. So if you are doing a lot of typing and you're not after a numpad and you want a good mechanical feel on the go, this would be my top gear top tip. At number 9, it's a Razer Kraken X USB headset. I particularly like that it's USB because you don't need to have a good sound card to get the best out of the headset. Everything will be on the headset that you need. The price versus performance here is very good bang for buck. These are like a semi-open back kind of style as well, so they shouldn't wreck your eardrums after long times of use. 2-year warranty on it. Classic good Razer quality here. Coming in just ahead of that at number 8, it's the IKON wireless. These are absolutely fantastic bang for buck. The mic does do a little bit of a weird thing, which I do mention in the review as well, and I have seen it consistently happen. The mic runs out of range before the headset does, which is a bit of a weird one, but it's still like 10 meters before it dies, and then the headset I got up to about 20 before it started to die off. But it's fully wireless. The 17-hour battery life is quite realistic. I did leave them playing for, I think I got to about 15 and a half, 16 hours on a 70% volume level, which is quite loud, I must say. Good bass, everything. Like as far as a bang for buck product goes, you're going to be hard pressed to find better. At number 7, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a D16 electric. I use this weekly on T3 pretty much every day. It's actually got a laptop on it right now that I'm busy doing benchmarking and stuff for. That it's constantly in use for me, and the fact that I can have it as a standing desk is really nice. So I don't have to be sitting at the table the whole day. Whenever I work there, I work standing. Because of that, it does wobble when it gets to its maximum height. It does tend to wobble quite a bit, but if you're using it at say 70% or less, that's significantly reduced. It's almost unnoticeable. The whole top is a desk mat as well. This whole top is a mouse pad, so you won't be needing to put a mouse pad on top of it, or if you do, then you get extra double thickness and you can have a kip on it as well. At number 6, it's an AX3000 from TP-Link. 3000 megabits. You heard right, on Wi-Fi 6. Absolutely mad in how fast it is. They've got a AC of 867, which is pretty decent. 2402 on the Wi-Fi 6. So you can put a 2 gigabit line 3 and you would still have some headroom. Okay, it's vicious. This can connect up to 256 devices. Like they've beefed up. They've beefed up a lot over at TP-Link, and also I have to say the software is significantly better. I've been using the AC1900 unit now for the better part of like 6-7 months, and it's been an absolute delight. Latency is basically non-existent, to the point that I haven't even bothered to connect a cable. I'm just running off the Wi-Fi AC. At number 5 is my favorite size keyboard, the TKL. I do think these are going to be overtaken by 65%ers in the future, but for now, TKL is still the business. This is where it's at. 2-year warranty on this puppy. Comes with the Razer switch as well, 1499. It's a really good, solid all-round price. Normally these are closer to 2 grand, so I don't know where Evetech thefted the stock from, but I'm very thankful they did. At number 4, it's the Endgame Gear XM1. The price versus performance here is looking very solid. It does have the 3389, which is a competition grade sensor. It's pretty much in everything these days. 82 grams in weight is not too bad, nice and big. So if you're looking for something bigger and slightly heavier, it doesn't have holes drilled into it, then this is what I would suggest. It just looks really, really nice, all things considered, and I've seen some pretty decent reviews and talk about Endgame gear. I don't think it quite lived up to all of the hype, but still, the price of its performance here is damn solid. At number 3, it's Old Faithful for LG 144Hz goodness. It's a good old TN 144Hz refresh rate. This is your entry to Going Gaming Pro. There is a review. I don't look very happy in it, but I did enjoy the monitors very, very, very much so. I love LG. The way that they use contrast is absolutely fantastic. This has a 300 nits brightness or candela meter squared setup, 72% of NTSC, 16.7 million color depth. It's got all the right kind of basics that you need. The only thing on this monitor is it has a very standard setup as far as the stand. The stand is standard, yes. No periscope neck. That's about the only detraction from this. So if you do need to height adjust it, you are going to have to prop it up on some books. But to get it head on, you can swivel the panel on the back of the stand at least. 3-year local warranty though means that it's about 1,100 Rand a year cost per ownership, which means it's about 3 Rand a day. Pretty decent. In the runner-up spot, it's an upgrade kit from AMD. This one in particular I like because of the motherboard. The B550 is going to give you some future proofing. It's got PCI Express 4.0 and it's got all of the latest features except for new DDR5 RAM perhaps, but the general setup on this is pretty solid. The 3600 is still very good for gaming. It's still one of the better gaming chips around price versus performance consideration. It's probably in the top 5. The port setup on this is pretty nice. You've got plenty of USB. It's also got onboard display and HDMI, which I really like for its end of life cycle. You can throw on an APU and then you can use this as like a LAN box or as a media PC after the fact. It's got a pretty good sound card to help with that as well. M.2 support ×2, one with cooling on it. It checks all the right boxes there on for me. So all of that with a 3-year warranty, 7,000 bucks. It's a pretty good deal. Coming in just ahead of that though, I had to put the Intel because it's the same performance except cheaper. You're paying less money to get the same thing and just a slightly better motherboard as well. They've also bumped up the RAM. This is 3200 MHz, not the 2666. So it's going to be slightly better. Everything in this kit is just dialed up just a little bit more. And a 10400F right now is not even like a mid-range gaming processor. It's entering the bottom of the high end, and because it's a 6-core 12-thread, because it's pretty much my favorite Intel processor right now, they're gonna shoot me some looks for saying this, but I love this thing. Honestly, you can cool it with literally almost anything and it just runs super well. Multi-threaded, single core performance, every workload is really nice. The Z490 series motherboard does give you some future proofing, so if you want to buy like a second-hand 10700K or something like that in the future, you could then slap it in there, do a little overclocking and carry on using the exact same platform. Anywho, that is all I have for you today. If you guys have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side. Good after morning, we are back with more specials